Before we begin to unwrap the math standards, it's important to think about, is it a verb? In fact, what are verbs? When is it a verb and not a verb? Verbs, of course, we all know carry the idea of being or action in the sentence, for example, am and past. There are some instances when verbs are not actually a verb and they are used to seem to carry action, but they do not function as an actual verb, and these things are known as verbals, and these you'll have to be on the lookout for when you are unwrapping each of the math standards. They may be participles and could show up having ing or ed, such as crying, shaken, burning, and smiling in these sentences. Gerunds. Here's some more examples. Infinitives, to wait, to go, they're preceded by the word to. And those are all things that we're going to be able to look at as we look at unwrapping the math standards. The next document that you will go to is the Common Core, Unwrapping the Common Core State Standards for Mathematics. If you look at the first standard, use addition and subtraction within 20 to solve word problems involving situations of adding to, taking from, putting together. You can see that there are many things that seem to be verbs at first but are actually verbals. So what you will do is you will look at each of the priority standards, which are here highlighted in yellow as a priority standard. You see that here. Then they're highlighted in yellow. You'll decide what the skills are. These are in fact the verbs. The concepts are the nouns, or what the students should know and understand. So if you look at this standard, use, addition, and subtraction. Use is absolutely a verb. There may be more than one, so you need to look carefully. And addition and subtraction are the nouns. Okay. There's also, if you look further, pardon the spelling, if you look further, if you keep reading, use addition and subtraction within 20 to solve. Use and solve are verbs that they will be focused on. Even though there's other words involving adding to, taking from that are actually act as verbals, these are the verbs you'll look for. You'll then take these verbs and look at the Bloom's document for Bloom's Revised Taxonomy, and you will find the verbs and whether or not they are under remember, understand, apply, analyze, evaluate, or create, and decide which level of Bloom's they are. You will then enter that level here under Bloom's level for each of the priority standards. If you'll go through the document and unwrap each of the standards for math until the last standard will be 1.2.3, which is here.